guys, it's Victoria and welcome back to FemmeHead. Today I want to talk about what I personally do when I can't find the time to slow down on my period. Slowing down on your period and before your period is something that I talk about probably too much, but it's something that I think is so important, and I've seen such a benefit of it within my own life, my own cycle, and all that jazz. And that's why I keep talking about it, because I want people to experience the magic that experience. But real quick before we get into today's video, you have a week, I believe, to sign up for my Chart Your Cycle session that starts on December 20th. Registration will close at midnight on December 19th. And so if you want to learn more about your cycle and geek out about it as much as I do, then this is a great place to start. It's perfect for those new to FAM, new to the sympto-thermal method, which is what I teach. It's just a really awesome course because it takes all of the knowledge that you need to know to be able to use the sympto-thermal method as an effective form of birth control. And not only that, but like learn more about your cycle and how it actually works. And it packages it into a understandable, relatable course. I'll put a link up here if I can, as well as there will definitely be one in the description box. So check that out if you're interested. But let's get into today's video. So it took a long time for me after I learned about the importance of slowing down your period for me to actually get to the point where I could allow myself to slow down. It's not just my period for me. I find that the time that I need to like slow down and treat myself as if I were on my period is actually like 3 days leading up to my period and the first 3 days of my period. But it has taken me a long time to get to where I am now. For me, I just need to sleep more and calm down as a person during this time. And when I allow myself to do this, I can see it instantly after my period. And not even after my period, like once I get into my light day or the last like day or two of my period, I get like this burst of energy and like inspiration and motivation and like, I'm gonna go out and get the world. And I only get that if I allow myself time to just chill on my period. So first I'm going to talk about how I normally slow down, and then I'm going to talk about what I do when I can't slow down during that time period, because as we know, our periods don't come always at the most convenient times, and we can't just put stuff off because we have our period. We have to be human beings, and I understand that, and we all understand that. So I'm going to talk about if I can do it, what I do, and if I can't do it, what I do. For me, the biggest change is sleep, and this isn't you have to sleep all day and be a bum on the couch to give your body what it needs. It's not that. It's simply just getting up at 7 instead of 6, just sleeping in a little bit, as well as going to bed like 30 minutes to an hour earlier, depending on how I feel at the end of the day. If I feel like I have a little bit more energy, I can go to bed at a normal time. But if I'm like, I am just absolutely zonked and exhausted, I will go to bed earlier. It's this simple change that I think has the biggest impact on everything. And there usually is like, I would say one day where I think I could really use like a 30-minute to an hour nap today. And I haven't quite gotten to the point where I allow myself that. Usually it's just like 15 minutes to half an hour and I feel rejuvenated. But a lot of times I guilt trip myself out of it, of saying like, yo, you don't actually need it. So if I can get to the point where I allow myself that one nap a cycle, that would be amazing. But I'm still working on that. Then there's things like social events and workouts, things like that I try to just kind of like take a step back on as well during this end of my luteal phase, beginning of my menstrual phase time of my cycle. I try not to plan anything too strenuous when it comes to like workouts during my period. I enjoy yoga, I enjoy walking, and I guess I don't normally do very strenuous things for workouts as it is. I find that just taking it down a notch from my already lowered level helps. And this past period, I went on a 3-mile run one day with Michael, and I was fine. So let's say that your period doesn't magically line up with a week that you can take a step back and you kind of have to push yourself at a normal pace or whatever it may be that week, and you don't get the time to slow down, because we all know that is normal. The one thing I have found that if I don't take the time to just chill out on my period and, sleep just a little bit more, and not go out and do crazy workouts or, rage with friends. I don't rage anyways, but you know what I'm saying. If I don't give myself the time to just, in a sense, be a little bit more of a hermit during my period, I find that tiredness, that exhaustion that you feel during your period will carry through your follicular phase, which is end of your period and when you ovulate. And I find that it just kind of like creeps into the rest of my cycle, and I don't get that normal boost of positive energy and motivation, which really bums me out whenever it does happen. But what I have found that works when I don't have the time to slow down on my period, it's like I have a second chance of doing what I should have done on my period afterwards. And I find that just finding time to, if you're tired, sleeping, just slowing down, it's okay to say no. And I find that if I just work in times during that next week to sleep a bit more, if there's a time that it's available on like a Sunday to take a nap, take a nap. If you can get away with not doing anything for a weekend, then do that. I will have like spa days where I take like a bubble bath, I do my nails, give myself a little manicure, rub some oil on my skin and my nails, my cuticles and everything, do a mask. I will nap if possible. I will clean my house. I always find that that's something that in an odd way is really good during my period. I see my period as a fresh start, and so it's like a Monday. I like to get everything ready and clean for the next week, and the same kind of holds true for my period. And then I also find that while it's very important during your entire cycle, when I don't get to slow down on my period, it's even more important for me to make sure I'm staying hydrated and eating enough fresh fruits and veggies after my period. If you're not slowing down, if you're not listening to your body and you're feeding yourself crap, you're gonna feel like crap, and it's going to eventually just cave in on you. So now I'm curious, and I want you to answer down below, what are the ways in which you let yourself slow down during your period or at different points within your cycle? Or at the same time, are you sitting here and thinking, wow, I really need to let myself slow down, and I don't let myself slow down? All right, guys, that is what I have to say today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you want to see more videos like this, as well as subscribe to FemmeHead, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.